Hey everybody, how's it going? Let's see if we can get some progress in for the exclusive series featuring this Chevy Corvette C6R GT2, the car that they ported over from the Real Racing 2. So, I've already posted the series overview talking about type of events that you can expect, how much it costs to upgrade, and what the payout is. So I'll have you guys check out that video if interested in finding out those information. But for this first video for actual playing through this exclusive series, I will try to see if I can. So remember, 25% completion, right? Requires completion of 14 events, and and yes, it doesn't pay out a whole lot, but hey, 5 gold is 5 more than not winning those, right? So, considering that there are some 6 autocrosses and 7 speed snaps and 6 drag races, that's a lot of very short races. That gets us right, just blow us right past through the 25% completion, you know what I mean? And then, of course, there are 3 time trials that really, as long as you put a valid time in, you're good. It counts, right? So let's see if we can start with knocking out the shortest 3 types of events, including autocross, drag race, and speed snap. All right, so that's all those events being, of course, less than a full lap. So sure, we'll start with Tier 1, where we got a drag race taking place at Circuit of the Americas. Does it matter? I don't think so, but I'm assuming the car is fully serviced. I don't remember. It may be, it may not be. If it's not, then I suppose we'll still be able to make a pretty decent progress, I think, because all the events, certainly drag race is pretty short. So it shouldn't take out too many service bars. Anyway, and then we go. Alright. Alright. Nice. Alright. Keep it nice and close. Once again, does it matter? I don't know. Alright, so I think I got 64. Alright, so it's a 63 v 64. So if we're talking ranks, I'm behind. If we're talking top speed, I'm ahead. But of course, it means nothing. Alright. A little late on that shift, but casually looking back while we cross that finish line. Alright, 2 down. 1 more opponent to win over. Alright. So, this one's gonna be a quick start. And then go, right? Yeah, so the first drag race after you start the game, like from scratch, so to speak, like after you force quit. First one is the longest delay after the third red light, switching over to green light, and it's like 3 seconds extra. And then the next race is 2 seconds extra. Third one is 1 second extra. So yeah, it used to be the other way around, if I remember correctly. It used to be like 3, 2, 1, then go was the first one, and then next one would be 3, 2, 1, and go, right? Now it's sort of flipped around, so you kind of have to count backwards, I guess. And then it kind of bounces back and forth. But of course, you have to count in your head, so that's that. Anyway, that's first gold trophy out of 51 available, or out of 54 events to complete. That's 1 down. So 50 more trophies to go, or 53 more events to complete in this series. So tier 2, we got speed cross. There you go. Or auto snap. We got autocross and speed snap. We'll start with autocross. All right. This one at Mount Panorama. So up the hill, and then through the highway, and getting through the forest elbow at the end. All right, here we go. It was like 55 seconds was the target. This car doesn't seem like it'll be too tight. You know, certainly Corvettes in the game generally pretty grippy. So, you know. So yeah, look at that. Full throttle. And then of course we do need to apply some brakes down the hill. But yeah, we're gonna have some time to kill at the end, aren't we? 49, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, and done. All right. 54 seconds and change. And beat a TSM friend while we're at it. All right. I guess the car was fully serviced, so we shouldn't need to service it until we're pretty deep into these variety events. So let's go on with Speed Snap in Tier 2 as well. This one taking place at Spa. 309 is the top speed. And the target we got is 245. Of course, this one takes place on downhill, right? So I'd like to think that should help. Although I may not need to rely on the help from that. All right. It's kind of like the Autocross here. Nice. Oh yeah. Super easy. With some extra speed to spare. All right. So that is trophy number, what, 3 now? With hardly any service bars taken out so far. And then tier 3, I think we got another one of these events that, yeah, drag race. So let's go on with the next drag race. Drag race number 2, but the actual car, it'll be 4th car that we're gonna be racing against. So this one, if I remember, is gonna be another quick start, or almost quicker start. Right, so this is where things get a little more of a guesswork, because I don't keep track of these things as closely. Anyway, so 2, 3, and we should start now. Yeah, so another quick start. And nice and close finish. And on to the next opponent. Looks like okay, both headlights are working, but it looked like one of them, the one on the driver's side, was out on my car. I was like, how did that happen? It's a drag race. And then go. Right, so we're back to increased time on that one. Like 2 seconds later. almost. Alright. Alright, so 2 opponents down, 1 more to go. Alright. And this one's longer start, I want to say. 1, 2... Nope, it's a quicker start. See, this is what I mean by the time you get to the 6th opponent that you're racing against. I don't remember. Anyway, it's a win. Pretty straightforward, right? I mean, it's a drag race. Now, was this one shorter than the first one? I don't know. Nor does it really matter, right? I mean, you gotta complete it. It's kind of like elimination race. You know, you have to survive for a certain set amount of time. Alright, so that will do it for Tier 3. Let's continue on to Tier 4, where we got another pair of events that we can complete, Autocross and Speed Snap. So once again, we'll do Autocross Catalunya Grand Prix. What's the time to beat? 20 something? 25? Yeah, it's something. I wasn't quite certain with the performance of this car what kind of target time I was going to be put up against. So we gotta get through some curvy, slow section of the circuit. Probably the slowest section of the circuit in this autocross, right? The most technical. But looks like we got some time to spare at the end. Thanks to my brilliant racing. Just kidding. But yeah, we had some time to spare. I had to brake pretty hard to make it look competitive, you know? And hopefully that means my future opponents in here won't be as difficult either. Because my goal here, get through the series as quickly as possible, win back as many rewards as I can get to kind of, you know, recoup the cost associated with unlocking this series, right? Okay, so 240, just under 240, like 239 kph and change is the target speed to beat for this speed snap. All right. And we're off. Ah, this one is all about the hairpin, isn't it? Not bad, not bad. But can we hit 239? I think so. Just, yeah, pretty decently over actually. 243 and 244 plus. All right. And there was a TSM friend snuck in there. All right. So that's good enough. Yeah, win a lot of trophies with minimal service bars used up this way, right? Okay, so we're through Tier 4. Tier 5 is, of course, time trial. We're going to skip that for now. Tier 6, we got the drag race number 3, where there are 6 drag races in this series. So I'm anticipating it's going to get increasingly tighter. So hopefully I won't get stuck anywhere, but if I do, I guess, you know, I may not stick around if I get stuck. I'll just kind of do what I can and return at another point to win a different trophy if I don't win the gold one. Alright. Anyway, what's the timing for these now? That was kind of longer one, wasn't it? So we're back to the longer. right. All right. Continuing on. So I suppose you can compare the like top speed your car reaches to kind of figure out which one is the longer drag races than the others, but you know, it's all comes down to the launch. That is the one that matters the most, you know. And of course, the fact that these, you know, we have access to this series using the fully upgraded car just means a bit more room for forgiveness, right? So even if you're not perfect on the launch timing, as long as you're kind of in the ballpark, you will make it through, right? All right, so on to the last challenge, right? Oh, that was a quick one. And all right, so the further down gear shift is making a bit of difference. But anyway, we're through that one as well. Yay. Another couple of TSM friends in that drag race. All right. All right, so we're through like halfway through drag races, since that's drag race number 3 that we completed out of 6 available. And then let's continue on to the next tier, tier 7. We got another speed snap, this one at Hockenheim. I think it's at National, right? Yeah, so this one is at the earlier part of the track, since, you know, National does not have the hairpin. Alright, so what corner is this? This is corner number 2, I want to say, after the northern curve, right? And it's the combination here. So right-hander and the left-hander, right? That leads into one of the fastest section of the circuit, so kind of important. Of course, that's why they placed that speed snap taking place right there, so you can practice your race line. Alright, and another couple of TSM friends. One over. Alright. So I lost track of what trophy number that was, but you know, what, 7? 8? I cannot remember. About quarter of the service bars taken out so far, but we're definitely making some serious dent in this series, aren't we? 14% complete. All right. They don't tell you how many we've won so far. Anyway, we just did the tier 7, tier 8. We got a couple of other events to complete, Autocross and drag race. So now Autocross at Spa, we did the speed snap at Spa earlier, so it's the other one. This one, of course, we start before Lecon, so we have to maneuver all the way through Lecon, Brussels, and the No Name. So here we go. And this is the Autocross number 3, I believe. So there are 6 available in this series, so we're about halfway through the autocrosses in this series. A little indecisive braking there, but once again, we'll have some time to spare. Or not. I misread the number, but just getting it just under. Whew, that was close. All right. What was the first place that I had to beat? Oh, won by 0.3 seconds. Yeah, that's a close win. if I've seen one. Actually, you could get closer. Sure. I just wasn't expecting it to come under a second. Because I had some extra time, right? Alright, let's continue on to next race here, drag race. Tier 8. This one taking place at Daytona Speedway section. Alright. Is there a... I don't think there's a drag race at Daytona that's not on the speedway, is there? Because there's not enough... I don't think there's a place you can do it. Alright, so what kind of start are we gonna get here? No idea. Quick one, apparently. Alright. One down. 2 more to go. And then after this drag race, I guess we have 2 more drag races to go, 3 more autocrosses to complete, and then, what, 4 more speed snaps. So, alright, let's see if we can get through all of them while I have some time here. Alright, not bad, not bad. Look in the rear view. Another win. 1/10 of a second or so at the end. But in drag races, I feel like that's like an eternity. Since when you lose, oftentimes you lose by like, you know, 1/1000th of a second. And then medium start. Yeah, at this point, it's a complete guesswork. Of course, I can always quit the game and restart, then it'll be reset back to that 3 second, 2 second, 1 second sequence again. But yeah, who needs that? We're good. All right. So that is good enough for yet another gold trophy. Drag race number, what, 4, right? Okay. And then tier 9, we got the next speed snap. This one at Nürburgring Grand Prix. So this one's at the end, right? Sort of the back end of the circuit. 2:43. This is a night race. So this is the fastest section of the circuit. You know, before you have to go into that final chicane. So there we go. Yeah, I want to say the current flashback event, Silver Tourer, has a speed snap here that I've spent much time trying to get through without putting more upgrades on than perhaps what would be absolutely required, and then spending a lot of time on that goal. So that's how I am so familiar with this speed snap. Yeah, usually if I am familiar with the particular event, it's because you've struggled there, or I've struggled there. You know, so. Alright, so that's good enough for another gold trophy. Let's continue on. And tier 11, we got another autocross, this one at Catalunya National. So, let's go ahead. 21 seconds and change is the target to beat, and it looked like it's entirely, the grid is entirely made up of TSM bots. Figures, right? Come on. Alright, so 21 seconds and change. Probably could have gone through that corner a little bit quicker. Of course, this one is much quicker ending. We go flat out. Yeah. That superior grip of Corvette coming to save the day. Sweet. Yeah, that's entirely TSM, wasn't it? Not the white TSM, but the orange TSM. So things getting a bit more serious here. Alright, so then we just have 2 more autocrosses left. Alright, and then we're 22% in. Next, Speed Snap, Tier 12, this one, at Laguna Seca. So that's under the tire bridge. So the 201 and change is the target speed to beat. So the first, like, left-hander is kind of moot point. It's just there because we gotta start somewhere, right? So here we go. So yeah, this section really doesn't matter as much as perhaps, well yeah, this part even. It's all about this one. Do we have enough for 2? Yeah, 206 and change. Alright, so that is good enough for, of course, yet another gold trophy. Just 3 TSM bots this time around, so alright, perhaps that made it a little bit easier. Alright. And are we about 24% in at this point? Probably, yep. Alright, so look at that. Let's continue on. Tier 13, that'll be 25%, right? Bugatti circuit. And 35 seconds, so another night race for this one. And it's kind of in the middle section of the circuit. Or I guess it's earlier section of the circuit, since we're starting under the what used to be the Dunlop bridge. Once again, nice grippy cornering coming in to save the day here. And 1, 2, 3. Ooh, another close one. So if I made any severe mistakes, that would have been it. Would have been knocked off the podium, but not bad. And once again, we're back to the full grid of TSM. So that's why you can usually tell. All right. And with that gold trophy, 25% complete, just like that. So let's go ahead and collect and check our progress here. Sweet. All right. All right, we just got 5 more of these short events to get through. So tier 14 is, well, we'll find the next set. Drag race and speed snap. So let's continue on beyond the 25%. All right, so here we go. This one at the Brickyard road course. I'm trying to think. I think Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I think we get a drag race in Speedway as well. We're just traveling in the opposite direction when that happens. But Daytona, I believe it's only Speedway. I don't remember ever doing drag race in any other track layout. Alright, a little late start, but not to worry. We'll eventually catch up. Alright. And on to the next one. See, I believe this is the last of the drag races, so there are oh, actually there's one more, right. I was thinking of another series. Alright, close win. Yeah, so this one and then the tier 18, right, is where we'll find another one. But anyway, time to wrap up this particular drag race. The drag race number 5 of 6 available for this car in this exclusive series. Alright, and it's just gonna be a quick start, kind of. Quick enough, maybe? Uh-oh. This one? What do you know? Sometimes it takes multiple tries. That is late on the start, but just goes on to show you how it really comes down to the launch, which is of course the trickiest one to time out, since there's no like visual cue. You just kind of guess it at this point, especially this far in. And then keep your finger close to the screen. Alright, early shift does not help, but late shift doesn't help either. Alright. Uh-oh. Struggle's getting real. Should I be settling with the second place finish? If I can help it. No. Alright. And then... Alright, is it any better? Okay, we'll try to do perfect shift, as I was doing the early shift into the second. Still. That's 6/1000ths of a second. Close. Alright. And the brake lights, is mine still off? Because it was off last time. Yeah, look at that. What do you know? Okay. 2, 1, and go. Is it any better this time than before? I'm not sure. Yeah, late shift is certainly not helping. Alright, so do we need to resort to using the pause screen method again? I don't know, I might just come back to this later on, because if I get sort of a fresh start on it, yeah, it's easier to time these launch points, because at this point, yeah, that's late. I feel like there's no point in struggling this way when I can make it easier. So yeah, that's fine. We'll settle with the second place silver trophy for now. We'll just have to come back at another point and wrap up this tier. Is that tier 14? Right? Yeah. So that's fine. We'll just throw it in as a side gig to accompany another race. But we have another event, Speed Snap, to make it through in the same tier. So let's try that. That's one at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit. So here we go. 216.4 I think is the target speed that I saw. And where does it take place? Is it where is this? It's like, I don't recognize this spot on... Oh, it's on the back half of the circuit. I was thinking it was gonna happen at the beginning part. Sort of like that hairpin downhill, but no. It's at the end of the circuit, basically. The opposite point. Alright, 216. Can we hit it? Barely. Was it enough? Ah, this is getting tight. Alright, so tier 14 apparently giving me a run for my money here. After 25% completion, what do you know? Things get a little bit trickier with these quicker events. But I think we can improve on that speed. Alright, so need to be a little bit more precise with how we come out of the final corner, because that's what this challenge is all about. This one is fine. It's all about this one, and that's not helping. Let's try it one more time. Alright. Maybe idle just a little and... try it again. Alright. Maybe? It does look a little bit more promising, but... Oh yeah, and then some. 218. Alright, so just need to... There's a little bit extra room on the inside as you turn in, which of course gives you a wider out space to work with. So that's how you do it. So just need to be a little bit more precise with the cornering. But yeah, this video is getting a bit on a longer end of spectrum here, but alright, let's continue on. Autocross at Dubai. Which track variation is this one? Grand Prix circuit. And 20 seconds and change, and once again it's gonna be all against orange TSM bots. So I expect this one to pose a bit of challenge. We'll see by how much. Alright. Halfway in. Once again, there's going to be very little room for mistake. Did I make it? I hope so. Just in time. I did cut a corner just a little bit on that final bit. I was a little concerned because that does slow you down. But not enough to slow me down that much. Whoa, that's close. So yeah, these later challenges are getting a bit tighter. Alright, so that's the end for all autocrosses. We just got maybe one more speed snap. I think this is the last speed snap taking place at Porsche Test Track, long on-road circuit. This one shouldn't be too bad. I think it's Mobile 1 corner, right? That's what this challenge is all about. Yes. And 198 is the target. So there we go. Yeah. Pretty easy one. And then I think just one more drag race. We'll do it for this rendition of sort of a series opener video tackling all of the short events featured in this series. Hopefully my screen recorder can keep up, because this video is getting kind of long. Alright, so yeah, drag race in tier 18. We'll see. The last tier drag race got a little dicey, so we'll see if I can get any kind of progress. See if I can make any kind of progress here at Red Bull Ring. And oh yeah, this is one of the circuits that got the different time of day rendering, which is kind of neat. Alright, so I'm hoping I can win, but if not, at least second place finish. Not that it really matters all that much, but that was kind of late start, but at least a little easy one to start off. Thank you very much, Heather, for taking it easy on me. Let's see what we got next. And dun dun dun. Don't know who that is. And no idea what kind of start we're gonna get. Alright. Not too far off, and then early shift. And easy finish on this one, so this one seems a bit easier, at least so far. We'll see how the last opponent is gonna be, because I feel like the last opponent, the third opponent of these drag races, always the biggest challenge. No, that's not true. I take that back. They can be anywhere, really. Alright, once again, another TSM bot that I don't recognize. But that hopefully means they're not as difficult. Alright, second shift is good, third shift is good, and is there enough to win? Just barely, look at that. 100th of a second. Whew. Alright, so we just barely managed to get that victory in, but win is a win. Right on. So yeah, so that will do it for all the sort of the variety event types that is less than a full lap featured in this. And then look at that, about 3/4 of the service bars taken out for that effort. And with that final gold trophy from this video, I am 34% through, so that's not bad. So alright, so in the I'll continue to play through the remainder of the series in this but in another video or series of videos, so stay tuned. But for now, there you go, you can run through these shorter events pretty quickly. So alright, thanks for watching. If you stuck around till this very end of the video, thank you very much. I appreciate that, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Alright, take care.